Yeah. Shalom Israel. Shalom. Brakatha YaHaWah. Brakatha YaHaWaShi. BaHaSham Qadash. Double honors to apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth in its entirety, according to the Bible. Peace and salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth all over the earth. Quick lesson. You're seeing more prophecy, right? That's what we're pushing. We're pushing this prophecy, right? Us in this truth, right? The head apostles, the elder apostles, they put out the decree, right? Push prophecies, man. You know what I mean? Push prophecies, right? From the apostles, from the apostle elders right on down. We're pushing these prophecies, right? But yeah, just a quick lesson on the famine of the land, famine of the crops that will be coming, because this year, based on Esau's metrics, right? Major losses on the crops front for farmers, right? If you look at this, I typed in a Google search for crops lost 2019, and all you're seeing is 2019, a disastrous year for crop farmers up in Alberta, Canada. Almost half of Alberta's sugar beet crop is lost, right? Trump is ruining our markets. Struggling farmers are losing, right? 2019 crop production, 17.4 million lost acres, right? Tons of crops left to rot as farms struggle to recruit workers, right? That's grinder season right there, man. You know what I mean? Essex country farmers will lose millions in worst planting season, right? So you see it, right? Planting troubles worsen, progress lowest on record, right? So it's nothing but crops. So this year's crops that is failing is going to affect next year's produce, shelves, grocery shelves, food prices, right? Let's peep this one right here. So what happens this year, you feel the effects next year, right? 2019 crop production, 17.4 million lost acres identified. Crop production acres have been lost in key broad acre states, right? America, 18 million acres reported by the USDA. Lost acres include fields and acres that are normally planted and now have a failed crop, were never planted or contain a cover crop. Right? Farm market ID and season data covers corn, soybeans, wheat, and cotton in 20 states. Wheat and cotton. I can't remember where I was reading it, that a crop was lost. Yeah. Right. Food prices set to rise because whatever you lose this year, next year it's reflected. The price of crisps and chips are expected to rise in the new year as the flooding in northern England hits the supply of winter vegetables such as potatoes, cauliflowers, and cabbages. So we see this, man. All these crops of weather, flooding, But it goes back to the scriptures, man. Most High YaHaWah BaHaSham YaHaWaShi created these things, right? Created these things, these plagues, so to speak, right? For vengeance, right? Let's get that scripture right now, man. Sirach 39, verse 29. Halal YaHaWah BaHaSham YaHaWaShi, BaHaSham Qadash. Right? Sirach, also known as Ecclesiasticus, chapter 39, verse 29. Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. So it's vengeance, right? The Most High is vengeance on the wicked, right? If you go to Sirach 40, verse 9 and 10, death and bloodshed, strife and sword, calamities, famine, tribulation, and the scourge, these things are created for the wicked, right? The wicked. And we know who the wicked are based on the scriptures, right? These things are created for the wicked, and for their sakes came the flood, right? We know who the wicked are, right? The earth is given over to the hand of the wicked. So we're seeing these things happen on a large scale. Pursuant to Job 9:24, the earth was given over to the hand of the wicked, right? This whole world, this whole planet is in the hand of the wicked, right? Esau's kingdom. Job 9 verse 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covers the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Right. The hand of the wicked. Right. We know who the wicked are. The whole earth is controlled by the wicked, man. So we see these things happening, right? Right. Pursuant to Sirach 40 verse 9 and 10. These plagues were created for the wicked, right? And then we see in the scriptures who the wicked are. Malachi 1 and 4 tells us more who the wicked are, right? Malachi 1 verse 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Right. You know, the Renaissance, the Dark Ages, when Edom came back into power. Right. Thus saith YaHaWah of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. And they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom YaHaWah, BaHaSham YaHaWaShi, hath indignation forever. Right. The Most High Power hath indignation against the wicked forever, man. Against Edom forever, man. You know what I mean? If we look at that word indignation, right, just to make it clear what YaHaWah BaHaSham YaHaWaShi has forever against the wicked, right? Look up that word indignation. Anger or annoyance, right? The Most High has anger, annoyance towards Edom, towards the wicked forever, man. You know what I mean? But we look at these things. Look at these plagues coming forth, man, and affecting crops, right? You know, it's gonna affect grocery shelves, man, and us first world problems, right? America the Great, Babylon the Great, spiritual Babylon, spiritual Egypt. These people can't go through hunger here, man. You know what I mean? Exodus 9 verse 6 can't go through hunger here, man. 3 days, people go starving 3 days here on this side of the world. Pure madness, right? Exodus 9 verse 6. And YaHaWah and the Most High YaHaWah did that thing on the morrow, and all the cattle of Egypt died. But of the cattle of the children of Israel died not one. Right? So this is around the time when Moses was, when YaHaWah was speaking through Moses the prophet, telling Pharaoh to let his people go. You know, and YaHaWah had to inflict Pharaoh and Egypt with multiple plagues, multiple pestilences. Right? One of them being killing off all the cattle in Egypt. Right? Where none of the cattle were killed amongst the Israelites, right? But all of Egypt's cattle were killed, right? And we see this happen just the other day, but not in the form of cattle, but the swine. Isn't it something like 7 million of the world's swine were killed with the swine flu, right? Matter of fact, let's look up the stats. Right. A quarter of the world's pig population. African swine flu. My bad. Salakia. I was saying swine flu. African swine flu. Right? A quarter of the world's pig population to die due to African swine flu. Mass die-off. So this is just like Exodus 9 verse 6, where YaHaWah killed off all of Egypt's cattle, man. You know what I mean? Right? Right. So we see these plagues, right? These plagues were given. These plagues are sent forth by the Most High YaHaWah BaHaSham YaHaWaShi, right? For vengeance and for the wicked, man. Right? Let's get Psalm 78. Right, the Most High is making moves right now, man. Halal, YaHaWah, BaHaSham, YaHaWaShi, BaHaSham, Qadash. Psalm chapter 78, verse 46. He gave also their increase unto the caterpillar, and their labor unto the locust. Right. So the crops in Egypt were eaten up by the caterpillar and the locust. Right? Verse 47, he destroyed their vines with hail and their sycamore trees with frost. Right? Weird weather. We see like that England clip where all the potatoes are ruined. Right? Was ruined by flood. Right? He destroyed their vines with hail and their sycamore trees with frost. Right? We're seeing frost. The crops up there in Alberta were killed by snow and frost. Right? Those potato crops in England were killed by the flood. Right? Verse 48. He gave up their cattle also to the hail, and their flocks to hot thunderbolts. Khan. So yeah, the Most High YaHaWah BaHaSham YaHaWaShi, at the time of Pharaoh, when he was trying to when he was telling Pharaoh to let his people go, he had to inflict some. That's the spirit right there, man. They got that alert there on the top there. Cold winter expected. That's the spirit. Halal, YaHaWah BaHaSham YaHaWaShi, right? But yeah, YaHaWah BaHaSham YaHaWaShi, he's not playing around, man. You know what I mean? He's not playing around. Let's get Second Esdras. Most High YaHaWah BaHaSham YaHaWaShi is not playing around. Second Esdras 15, verse 5. Behold, saith YaHaWah, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Khan. These plagues, famine, death, sword, destruction, it's affecting the whole world on a large scale, man. You know what I mean? Because the world is polluted, man, with wickedness and sin, right? So YaHaWah BaHaSham YaHaWaShi has to bring forth these plagues, right? Right? As a prerequisite to the return of YaHaWaShi, right? Who will come and establish his kingdom of righteousness, right? Establish his kingdom of righteousness on the earth, right? That's why when YaHaWaShi was resurrected and his disciples saw him, Acts 1 verse 4. Acts 1 verse 6. This is the disciples when they saw YaHaWaShi resurrected. When they therefore were come together, they asked of him, saying, Lord, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom of Israel? Right. So pertaining to prophecy, right, we know YaHaWaShi is coming back to establish the kingdom of Israel. Right? So when his disciples saw him resurrected, they asked him, Are you reestablishing the kingdom of Israel right now? Right? So we know YaHaWaShi is coming back. But all these things got to happen first, right? These plagues, right? These famines, right? I pray you're edified. Call Allah YaHaWah BaHaSham YaHaWaShi, BaHaSham Qadash. Double honors to apostles and elders, a great millstone who taught me this truth in its entirety, according to the Bible. Peace and salutations to the Hakim out there pushing this truth all over the earth. Kwam Yasharallah, Abad Babal.